Hi, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about the importance of moving in silence after narcissistic abuse. And as you know, narcissists can be triggered in terms of anger, jealousy, envy after the discard, after you've gone no contact, when they are watching you do your thing, pursue opportunities, and just focus on your own life and your own path going forward. And that can really trigger them and bring up all kinds of emotions, which in essence have nothing to do with you, but really are more having to do with either the environment that they're living in or something that's happened to them, either currently happening to them or that's happened to them in the past. But, you know, if you've dealt with the narcissist, you can be a trigger for those emotions that are related to those other things. At any rate, I thought of a few points that I wanted to touch on about the importance of your silence after narcissistic abuse. And one is that when you move in silence, it makes the narcissist's toxic behavior stand out all the more. And this can be in the case of a court hearing or custody battle, or it could be on the job dealing with a toxic coworker or boss where, they're triggered by you in some way and they're acting out based on things that have nothing to really do with you. But, they can act out in terms of being competitive, being just lashing out and being verbally abusive or being sabotagey, or say in the case of work, not being a good collaborator, holding back on purpose. And your silence can help to highlight that, especially in the presence of other people. Second, I wanted to point out that it's very important to not share your plans with the narcissist and what you're doing, what you have going on, what you're getting, what you have, just because, again, that can be triggering. This is someone who has feelings of worthlessness and who's very jealous and envious and competitive. And so when you don't talk about what you're doing, your plans, etc., then it can make it more difficult for them to try to, cut things off or try to sabotage or things like that. Narcissists can be triggered into trying to interfere with things that you're trying to do, projects, relationships, things of that nature, and they may try to head you off of the path if they know what you're doing. The third thing I wanted to point out is that when you separate from the narcissist, or as you move in silence after no contact or the discard or whatever, that it makes it difficult for them to have more of a pulse on what's going on with you. Online doesn't tell the whole story, and we know that narcissists like to create fake accounts and they like to stalk and they like to watch and spy and all that sort of thing, but it doesn't tell the whole story. And really, when you're in regular touch with someone is really when you really get a good read on what they have going on or how they're doing or what's happening with them. And so when you move in silence, even virtually, it breaks that connection to where, you in addition to no contact and that separation, where you're not plugged in with them, if that makes sense. And so it's harder for them to kind of get a read on you or what's going on when you've broken that connection. And then, you can proceed accordingly with your plans and goals and life and projects and whatnot. And even if the narcissist was once in contact with you, we've all been in contact with people at one point or another. You were in contact with your high school classmates, your college classmates at one point, but if you quit talking to them for a while or you break that connection for a while, you have to really kind of get back together or reconnect in order to get back in touch and establish a new connection. And even then it's going to be different because everybody's grown and matured, right? A narcissist can fail to grow and mature, but you can grow and mature and evolve in your life during no contact or low contact or after the discard or whatever the case may be, it makes it difficult for the narcissist to make that connection. And we know that narcissists also struggle with unhealthy attachment styles. And so your silence stops the flow of fuel and it allows room for you to focus and to forge ahead with your future. When it comes to healing and moving forward after narcissistic abuse, silence is golden. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.